everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now, yesterday, Deadline dropped a bombshell on the fandom by announcing that Mat Cauthon is being recast for Season 2 of Sony and Amazon's Wheel of Time. Now, we're going to talk just a bit about the article, the players involved, and the timeline, so when I think this actually happened in today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, I cover all things Wheel of Time here, so anything and everything related to the Sony and Amazon production that is currently filming in Italy and in the Czech Republic. So, if you like that sort of thing and want to keep abreast of all of the news for Wheel of Time, you're going to want to click that subscribe button. Now stay tuned at the end of the video. We're going to talk just a bit about my 10,000 subscriber contest, how you can enter, and what the prizes are. Now, all that being said, spoiler warning, in this video we're going to talk about certain elements of the first two books of the Wheel of Time. That's The Eye of the World and The Great Hunt, both by Robert Jordan. So if you haven't read those books, be forewarned, I may ruin small plot points and character arcs from both of those novels. Alright, that being said, let's get on to the video. Alright, so I've left a link to the article down below in the description box if you folks want to read it at your own leisure. However, a quick summary basically states the fact that Barney Harris will not be returning for Season 2 of Amazon and Sony's Wheel of Time series, and instead, Mat Cauthon will be played by Donald Finn, an Irish actor. Now, first thing I want to ask ourselves is, how accurate is Deadline? Well, unfortunately, or fortunately, they are really accurate. 99% of the time, what they say is true, and on the off chance that this wasn't true, WhatSeries.com reached out to Amazon, and I reached out to my unofficial sources, and they basically said the same thing. Amazon did confirm to WhatSeries.com that this was a true thing. All of my sources said the same thing to me. This is true. However, they would not give me an official or unofficial comment in any capacity on this whatsoever, and this is multiple people saying the same thing. None of them wanted to talk about it. However, they would confirm that this is indeed happening. So, we are getting a recast, and this gentleman, Donald Finn, is going to play Mat Cauthon for Season 2 and further on. Now, who is Donald Finn? Well, Donald Finn is an Irish actor who doesn't have a whole lot of TV credits to his name. In fact, the only thing that most of you may recognize him from is The Witcher. He played a very small role in that. However, he has extensive theater experience, and he is a really good actor. So in his show reel, he actually showcases his acting chops quite a bit, and I can definitely see him playing Mat Cauthon. Now, the fact that he doesn't have a whole lot of experience isn't concerning to me in the least bit, because you have to think, a lot of the main cast really didn't have that much acting experience when they were cast in the roles, and that's not unusual for a show of this size and scope. Now, Barney Harris himself really only had Starboy, one feature film to his name, when he was cast as Mat Cauthon, and that film was amazing, don't get me wrong, but he didn't have a whole lot of experience. Now, Donald Finn is taking over the same role in a similar vein. Now, time frame. When do I think this happened? Well, they said, the Deadline article did say that Barney Harris would not be coming back for Season 2. Now, we can read into this a couple of different things. The first thing is that Barney Harris completed filming of Season 1. There's a lot of concern from a lot of different people over the last year or so that we have heard nothing from Barney Harris. Now, during the lockdowns and when the show was actually shut down, Barney Harris was very active on social media. He talked with fans on Twitter. He actually went so far as to go on Instagram Live with another fan who sent him a call, and they talked for a bit. He posted a lot of pictures of himself having fun. A lot of his music was posted. He did a lot of really fun stuff. And then all of a sudden, all at once, his social media just kind of stopped. So he didn't interact with the fans anymore after that. And there was some concern at that point that what was going on, what was he doing? But if Deadline is to be believed, he did finish out Season 1, at least from the way I infer that he is not coming back for Season 2. So that's how I get out of that. Now, Donald Finn, when did he start? Well, they've been filming Season 2 since early July, and a couple of eagle-eyed fans on Reddit and as well as on Twitter of Time have basically pointed out that they think they've seen Donald Finn in a couple of the Instagram stories of some of the cast. Most notably, the rooftop scene where Sierra Coveney was on, like that's where they saw her, a few other things like that, but only like the side of his face or the back of his head, things that look like him because he doesn't really look like anyone else. So it's not confirmed by any stretch of the imagination that he was in those stories, but I believe he's probably been filming since the start of the season, because it doesn't make much sense to do 2 or 3 weeks with Barney Harris and then switch over to this actor, because he would have to refilm all those scenes. And if that did happen, they probably refilm the scenes, because if they're going to make a clean break with an actor, it's probably best to be between seasons. That's my guess anyway. Now, this is not unprecedented. It's happened a bunch of times before in television. Everything from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Aunt Viv. I know I'm dating myself when I said that. The Roseanne Show. A bunch of different other shows in the past have recast main characters, and they basically either made a joke about it or didn't mention it at all. For those of you who are a little bit younger than me, Iron Man 2 did the same thing with Rhodey. When Rhodey was recast, they basically just kind of made a joke, I'm here, deal with it now, and they went on like nothing ever happened. So it's not completely unprecedented that a main character is recast. Now, why did this happen? I don't know. There's a lot of conjecture out there. There's a lot of people wondering why, but realistically, we have zero information on this. I couldn't even give you a little bit of a guess on why Barney Harris isn't coming back, but there are a very large number of reasons that this can happen. Scheduling conflicts is one of them, health, family issues, all kinds of different things. The stress of being part of a huge production like this that happened on the Game of Thrones pilot. In fact, they had to scrap the entire pilot because two of the actresses on the show couldn't commit to that level of a show. So it has happened before in the past, and it's not super unusual. Now, I want to take a look at the two actors side by side here. All right, so here they are side by side, Donald Finn on the left, Barney Harris on the right, and the jokes are already starting to fly on Twitter and on Reddit and on Facebook. The fact that Donald Finn is going to be playing Brandon Sanderson's Matt and that Barney Harris will be Robert Jordan's Matt, because they are written slightly different, and for those of you who have read the books further on, you know for a fact that you can kind of tell the difference between the two characters. Now, I personally, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, I personally like Brandon Sanderson's Matt better than Robert Jordan's. That is not a popular opinion. However, that's my own preference, I guess you'd say. Let me know in the comments down below which Matt you like better. That'll be a fight and a half in the comments, I'm sure. Now, side by side, they do look similar in some aspects, but I can definitely picture them both as Matt. It does actually ring true to me that Donald Finn could play Matt, although he looks like a younger, more innocent Matt, in my eyes at least anyway. All right, so there's just a couple more things I want to mention here. The first one is that Rafe Judkins publicly went on record a few weeks ago and praised Barney Harris's ability to play Matt. So I think this has zero to do with Barney Harris's ability to play the character and more with some sort of external force. So that's kind of my 2 cents there. No real information, but if Rafe is saying that he can't wait for the fans to see Barney Harris play Matt, then probably he did a good job. That's my guess. Second thing I want to mention is the timing of this leak, and I am going to call it a leak because Amazon didn't publicly announce it themselves, even though they've confirmed it. And that is just about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks away from Comic-Con. Comic-Con is where we're having that big Wheel of Time panel on October 8th with Rafe Judkins and some of the cast members, and that'll probably set off some sort of blitz. My guess is we're going to see a lot of interviews with the cast, maybe some virtual appearances here and there because they are still filming in Prague and in Italy, but we're probably going to see a lot of the cast popping up here and there promoting the show. Now, if Barney Harris was unable to commit to all of this PR stuff due to whatever reason he left the show for, maybe it's a good idea that they let the fans know now rather than wondering why he didn't appear at any of these things. Maybe they're going to announce Donald Finn at Comic-Con. Maybe they will announce it prior to. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow on Wheel of Time Wednesday. I don't know. But I think this was a smart move if it was intentional, and if Barney Harris can't make any of the promotional stuff over the coming weeks due to other commitments or for other reasons. That's again, my 2 cents. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. All right. All that being said, my 10,000 subscriber contest. Well, I'm running a contest right now because I hit 10K, and again, I want to thank you folks very much for that. It's all you. Every one of you watching these videos makes all of this possible. So, how do you enter into the contest? Well, it's pretty easy. You subscribe to the channel, you like the videos, and you comment on them. And that's pretty much it. And then you're entered in the contest. What do you win? You win a set of 5 M on Field minifigures. So if you don't know what they are, take a look at the channel trailer. It'll show you exactly what those prizes are. I'm 3D printing them myself. And if you want information on who the artist is, it's Irini. Her links to all of her social media are down below in the description box. Go follow her. She does some really amazing stuff. All right. All that being said, one more thing. I have started a Patreon. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support what we do here, every little bit helps. Pop over to my Patreon page. The link is down below in the description box. And donate whatever you can. I mean, every little bit helps the channel here. And I'm really hoping to do something fairly big for the channel in October. And it certainly will help with that. All right. All that being said, thank you so much for sticking with me here to the very end. And here's to many more.